Advertisements are tightly linked to the society. Advertisements reflect on the society's situation while holding a significant role to the public and of social value. Historian David Potter once said, "I see advertising as a positive force in society. It is a social institution comparable to the school and church in its power to convey information and teach values." However, compared to other social institutions such as the family, education, religion, advertising does not hold as much responsibility to the society. While the purpose of the other social institutions are altruistic and tries to help the people in the society, advertising is self-centered. Its only goal is to sell the product and serve the customers that pay for it. Therefore, advertisements could result in sending out misleading or one-sided ideas to the audience. The Showa period lasted for 64 years between 1926 to 1990 and was an important turning point for the Japanese history. The point can roughly be divided up into two halves. The first half, which went through the World War II and its recovery, and the second half, which led Japan's high economic growth. Japan's GNP, gross national product, had grown by 850% in 15 years, between 1956 to 1971, leading Japan to become the world's second economic power. The globalization of Japan escalated in the Showa period, especially after the Tokyo Olympics was held, which was the first Olympics to be ever held in Asia. Following its globalization, Japan also advanced their modernization. The country actively accepted the Western culture in order to follow the example of other developed countries. The public was highly fascinated and influenced by the Western culture, and welcomed them into their lives. However, compared to the current period, Heisei, which began in 1989, the public's access to resources or information had been very limited during the Showa period. This made the public's perspectives to be narrowed down, leading to prejudices for people outside of their ethnicity. Unintentional discriminations on certain race or country may have been quite common, though may not have been obvious back then. This first ad was created to advertise jeans designed to make legs appear longer. As can be seen, the subject of this ad are two young Caucasians dressed in the product. Their presence in the ad is quite odd and somewhat ironic, not only because the product is targeted for the Japanese public, but also because the product was made by a Japanese company. This ad portrays the stereotype that the Japanese had of Caucasians' body shapes and them being abnormally long-legged. Moreover, because the product was newly launched and had been fairly innovative during that time period, the appearance of the two Caucasians in the ad also hints the Japanese belief of Caucasians, or Westerners, being more advanced and futuristic. Since characters appeared in the ads are generally used to make the audience want to be like them, the ad also suggests that the Japanese public looked up to Westerners in the Showa period. The second ad was created for a new line of eye drops. The subject of this ad is a Caucasian woman with a description saying, "One step advanced, new eye drops." Just like the first ad, this ad suggests the positive and admirative image the Japanese had towards Caucasians in the Showa period. The diction in the description, such as advanced and new, also shows that Caucasians were often associated with being advanced and futuristic, just like with the previous ad. One main difference, however, between the previous ad and the second ad is the use of Westerners. Compared to the first ad, this ad lacks a clear purpose for using a Caucasian person as the subject. This suggests that just having a Caucasian person in an ad itself was considered an effective way of promoting a product. This ad was created to advertise men's hair gel. In the ad, the man with the clearly gelled hair is holding a blonde woman in his arms, showing sense of ownership and power. Like stated previously, characters in ads are used to make the audience want to be like them. Therefore, the appearance of a seemingly Japanese man with blonde Caucasian women suggests that being with a Westerner, or even better, attracting one, was seen as one kind of status. The ad maker's choice of this subject matter shows that attracting a foreigner was thought highly of and desired to do.